So this is kind of where I left off. I accidentally ran out of time, but basically I'm just trying to show you a couple more options for bringing in ready-made content. So there's obviously the pages section. You'd search by free. You can bring in the whole page, and then you can just delete certain sections if you want, and just keep other sections. You can also go into blocks, and there's even more filterability or searchability here. So there's testimonials, services, all these different things that you can look for. But there's actually a portfolio section, which might be worth looking into. And so you can actually take these for your own site, any of these that you might like, that you don't want. Maybe you don't want to create them yourself. So you might just grab one of these that you like in here, and go with that, and just edit it. Fill it in with your own content. There's also the services section, which might actually have, some decent things that you could potentially use. Like maybe like this one is kind of neat because it has the picture here and then kind of this floating box over the top of it with like a drop shadow and this line that comes out. It's kind of artistic, and I mean, I don't know if you would need the button, so you could always delete that, but this could be something that we import into our page and use, and just kind of maybe use this instead of, maybe I'll want to get rid of this, so I do a control click or right click with a PC and push delete. So, and then I can just, update all of these different things, to tell about the work and the title of the work, and then change the image here, change the headline, that kind of thing. So just a quick tutorial on, bringing in those ready-made blocks. It doesn't just have to be full pages. You can also bring in blocks. So this is my home page. As you can see, we have the video playing that we put in. And so let's just click. I'm going to show you how to make your site look good on mobile. So click on Edit with Elementor. And so when you're inside of Elementor, I want you guys to all do this on every page of your site. You want to go in here, which is, the responsive mode button down here. And we can actually see what this is going to look like on a tablet and on a mobile device. Now, actually on a mobile device, this probably, if you're actually on your phone, this probably actually won't be playing. For some reason inside this preview it looks like it's playing, but I checked this out on my actual phone. I went to my home page and my video wasn't actually playing, which is kind of confusing. But we can fix this by clicking here, and if we go to the style section, so the background type is video, right? This is the video link to YouTube. Start time, I changed it to 10 seconds in to 70 seconds. It's on, I believe it's on loop. And play on mobile is right here. So we want to say yes. So we want that to play on mobile. And also we do want to create a fallback image, a background fallback image, which will be a static image. This image will replace the background video in case the video could not be loaded. So some devices may not actually support videos playing in the background of a website. So we have to take that into consideration. So if we replace that with a background fallback, that's a really good idea to do that. So just remember on your home page with the video to, go into the style section, click on this here first, and then go into the style section, and then just remember to play on mobile, have that checked on yes, and then choose a background fallback image here. Another thing that would be a good thing to do is just to go down through your website and just make sure all your text is looking good. Sometimes you need to switch it. So sometimes we need to switch the text to be centered on the mobile. where it might be left aligned on the desktop or something like that. So just make sure that your text on your mobile looks good. If you have to change the alignment of your text, it's easy enough to do that, by pushing this center button, clicking here and just aligning center if you need to do that. It's not a bad idea. And we know that this is happening just on the mobile device here, because we're in the mobile responsive mode here. But you'll want to go around and just make sure everything looks good on mobile all the way down, and fix any kind of problems that you might be having on your mobile device. And you'll have to do this for each page. So this is my home page. Let's say I had to change the alignment of some of my text. Maybe it looks better centered on mobile, but on my desktop it's left aligned or something like that. So just make sure that you do that on at least all of your pages. I'm going to go on to some of my other pages, but I'll push update just to save these changes. Another thing to take into consideration with this body copy, a good place to go actually is into style and then change the alignment here. With the headlines, it's a little bit more straightforward. It would just be right here. And this is telling you it's on mobile, just on mobile. Maybe I might want to change this headline to be a little bit smaller on mobile. So if I go to style, typography, we're on mobile, we're changing just on mobile. So maybe I want the size to be all on one line, 22. That will, if I push update, that will save that change just on the mobile device, just so that I get that on one line on the mobile device, because I think it looks better. Maybe I'm having an issue with one of my images, say maybe this image here. Maybe it's not, let's see here. Well, I'll show you this on a different page actually. I just wanted to show you a couple of small things having to do with the text and changing the size of the text if you needed to for mobile. So here we are back on our site, out of Elementor, just the desktop view. This is the home page that I created, but we can also go to the services page. So like I did before, if we do edit with Elementor, we'll check out the services page in mobile. So we'll have to do this to every page just to make sure, everything's looking good. I'm going to actually delete this section here. But we, like on the desktop on our services page, we have the text on the right, image on the left, image on the right, text on the left, and it kind of goes back and forth. We have our image galleries, that kind of thing, project slides, services that we brought in. So let's take a look at this on mobile and just see how things are looking. It's not bad. There's our slideshow. So one thing I've noticed is that, we have, this is looking good, pretty good on mobile. So just make sure you're going through each page, and just making changes if you need to. Check everything out. Like, actually, this doesn't look so good, so I need to change this on mobile. I want to make it center aligned. And maybe even change the size, because, maybe I feel like it looks better if it's a little bit smaller, so, or a little bit bigger even. But maybe I want it all on one line. Maybe I want this body copy centered as well, because I think it looks better that way on mobile. So you basically got the gist of it. Just make sure you go through all the pages of your website and just make sure that they look good on mobile and even on tablet. You might have to reformat things a little bit, but just make sure you're going through and making sure those pages look good on mobile.